ज़रूर से इंश्योर करेगा कि आप इस चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर दें। हमारा जो फ्री टेलीग्राम ग्रुप चैट है उसको लोग पिन कमेंट में डाल देंगे, जाके उसको चेकआउट करिए, उसको ज्वाइन करिए, लोगों से बातें करिए और हमारे मेंबरशिप्स को भी ज़रूर देखिएगा। नाउ सिट बैक एंड एंजॉय। लेट्स टॉक अबाउट द अदर टीम, जो कि आपके एक बहुत ही फेवरेट मैच लास्ट सीजन में हारे थे आप लोगों से, चेन्नई सुपर किंग्स। What do you make of their strategy retaining MS Dhoni for just 4 crore rupees? It is a steal, but a lot of people, including myself, have questioned कि क्या धोनी को स्पोर्टिंग सेंस में रिटेन करने का सेंस बनता है या फिर इट इज जस्ट अ ब्रांड वैल्यू डिसीजन। एनी अदर ऑब्जर्वेशंस फ्रॉम द रिटेंशन दैट दे हैव डन? रचिन रविंद्र नहीं रुके हैं, थिकशाना नहीं रुके हैं, व्हाट आर योर थॉट्स?
ऐसा माहौल बन चुका है इंडिया में दैट एवरीवन आर टॉकिंग अबाउट दैट रिटेंशन अनकैप प्लेयर 4 करोड़ रूल एज द एमएस धोनी रूल, राइट? ऐसा लग रहा है कि दैट रूल वाज स्पेसिफिकली ब्रॉट बैक फॉर एमएस धोनी. द फैक्ट ऑफ द मैटर इज दिस रूल हैज एक्चुअली बीन इन एग्जिस्टेंस फॉर अ लॉन्ग टाइम. 2016 में भी था ये रूल. सो ऐसा नहीं है कि दिस रूल हैज बीन ब्रॉट इन नाउ. यस, दिस रूल में the focus has been that much more now because a player of MS Dhoni now stands to benefit from this rule. That is why this rule is receiving that much more attention than it has ever received. But this rule has actually been in existence for a while, and it was quietly there, and no one even had to look at it because zarurat hi nahi padi. So the fact that they've now finally had to retain Dhoni through this rule has thrown spotlight on that rule. So the rule has been in existence. So let's clear that first.
नो वेट, सो यू आर
Secondly,
सेइंग कि इस सीजन जब ये रूल वापस आया तो इट इज नॉट फॉर धोनी?
वापस आने की बात ही नहीं है ना, रूल ऑलवेज था. अभी
रूल
ये ऐसा
2021 में चला गया था ना, इफ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग.
no, the rule was always there. It was only the fact that the rule is getting a lot more attention now because of Dhoni. The rule was
आई थिंक
already there.
2021 या
Dust
22 में स्क्रैप हुआ था, if
the
I'm not
rule
wrong.
was the rule was dusted out. Not that it was ever needed, because this rule was only applies for Indian players, not overseas. अगर वो overseas में भी apply होता, then someone like a Sunil Narine could have also been a 4 crore retention, right? He's not played for 5 years, I think, for West Indies. So
Yeah.
this is only for the Indian players, and it's been in existence for a while. That's my understanding, and you can just check your the records. But I think it has always been there. Just that it's got a lot more focus now because of Dhoni. But in terms of who they have retained, Patirana is someone who CSK made. Believe that he's an X factor bowler, brings in that element of X factor in the death overs with his angle and the slinging action. So that was not a surprise. Um, of course, Dhoni, Ruturaj Gaikwad, who they believe is their captain to take the team forward. Uh, Again, they've backed him right from when he was an uncapped player. When he came into the IPL, first 2 years warmed the bench. Then when he came in and played his first 3 games, he got 3 ducks, and then his career took off. So they have kind of seen him, backed him through. So Ruturaj was a no-brainer again. So I don't think. I was a little surprised that they went Shivam Dube. I understand the role that he's played in the wins that they had, especially in 2023 when he was outstanding for them as a spin enforcer. So I felt maybe there was a case of looking at maybe a Rachin Ravindra ahead of him, ahead of Shivam Dube, purely because of Rachin Ravindra can offer you spin as well, which is obviously not bowled a lot of. He's an outstanding batter at the top of the order. He can also bat at number 4-5. So in that sense, that is one miss maybe. And also given how well he's been playing for New Zealand in India in these conditions in tough wickets. He's had a good series on the Test series. So although the format is different, he's a player for the future and for sure. So that is a one surprise retention I find. Maybe Shivam Dube is somebody who they could have looked to get back at the auction. But there was never really a doubt about the others. Jadeja, yes. Sometimes you wonder if, Jadeja, the bowler, is the same with Dhoni behind the stumps as against someone else in T20 cricket. But the fact that Dhoni is continuing kind of makes it sure that he's going to keep wickets mostly. So Jadeja was not really a surprise from that standpoint, even though he's 36. So Rachin Ravindra was one potential miss, I would feel, but I think they'd still try and go for him. Whether they get him or no is anyone's
अच्छा,
game.
अभी सुरेश रैना ने ये चीज़ बोली थी कि वो धोनी से मिले थे, एंड जब वो धोनी से मिले वहाँ पे ऋषभ पंत भी थे, एंड देन ही सेड समवन विल बी वेयरिंग अ सीएसके जर्सी इन द नेक्स्ट सीजन. अब वो क्या पता धोनी के बारे में बोल रहे हो, बट डू यू थिंक ऋषभ पंत कैन कम टू सीएसके?
See, that way anyone can come. A point is whether
The
there is going
problem
to be
is,
the financial bandwidth for them to go
yeah,
after him, right? Whether
yeah.
ऋषभ पंत तो 20 करोड़ तो जाएंगे ही, उससे कम तो बिल्कुल नहीं. So CSK, if they go 20 plus, and then suddenly they find, hypothetically बोलते हैं, Delhi Capitals से RTM, then Rishabh Pant ko CSK, can they go 25? Because then they have another option to counter match, right? And say, we'll go. Well, can they do that with the money that they have? Again, I'm not sure, because Rishabh Pant आएंगे marquee set में, right at the top of the auction. And the auction to would have barely begun. So at that point in time, if you're locking in another 20 plus to 1, then you have another squad to build after that. So considering the fact that they've already retained so many, I don't think it's possible, as much as you'd like to think they'd go all out for him. So yeah, maybe it'll happen post Dhoni, whenever that is, maybe 2065, 2070, whenever that is. But अभी के लिए तो नहीं, I don't think so.
आई थिंक एक और जो ऑक्शन टारगेट बहुत ज़्यादा न्यूज़ में है कि देयर इज अ सर्टन रवि अश्विन जो कि अभी 40 के आसपास आ रहे हैं, एंड CSK loves to buy players in their late 30s. Could
Again,
you
we
also
talk
see
about,
that reunion?
yeah, we talk about those grand reunions, right? This could be a grand season of reunions, man. Yuzvendra Chahal at RCB, Ashwin back to Chennai Super Kings. Ashwin ने भी बोला था, right? शायद that he'd love to go back and play for the team where he first started off. So it'll be fantastic, and it goes with Chennai Super Kings team of the dad's army of bringing back one of their own. Ashwin's still doing very well in T20 cricket. He's a fan favorite at Chepauk. He knows every blade of grass at that ground, and he's outstanding. He can contribute as you know, and he's had, even with a bat in T20 cricket, he's been outstanding in as a batter in TNPL. If you actually look
Yeah,
at it,
exactly.
you know, he's turned his batting around, especially in terms of his approach. I mean, of course, IPL is a completely different ball game, but he's opened up different avenues, and that shows the kind of hunger that he has in reinventing himself. So Ashwin as a T20 pick, outstanding. I think if he's available and if he's there and CSK want to go for him, I think they should. I mean, he'll be an outstanding addition to their squad. And also, he can contribute with Kutti stories with CSK's YouTube or social media or whatever it is. That's an added bonus, and that's very, very underrated. He is mind blowing, and I'm sure, he's somebody who will bring fans by the droves. So yeah, all rounder in a true sense.
I think great social media engagement from Ravi Ashwin is a byproduct. I think CSK के लिए हम लोग ज़्यादा डिस्कस करने की जरूरत है भी नहीं. I think they have done pretty well. अब सोचो अगर एक क्लिप इतनी बढ़िया थी तो पूरा का पूरा पॉडकास्ट कितना बढ़िया होगा.
तो अगर आपको इसी क्लिप का पूरा पॉडकास्ट देखना है तो यहाँ पे क्लिक करिए, और अगर आपको ऐसे ही और क्लिप्स बिंज वॉच करनी है तो यहाँ पे क्लिक करिए.